Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the 2025 Cadillac OPTIQ Luxury. As with all of my reviews, I'm going to cover all of the ins and outs and take this thing on a thorough drive. Of course, there's a whole lot of stuff to cover, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. To start the vehicle, all you have to do is have the key fob on you and put your foot on the brake. There is no start-stop switch. If you wanted to manually power the vehicle down, there's an icon at the bottom of the center screen. Now there's also an idle timeout feature to where if it's sitting for X amount of time, it'll automatically power down no matter what. But if you wanted to keep it on for whatever reason, there's another icon at the bottom of the center screen that once you press it, it'll keep it on for 60 minutes. Now if you're out and about driving, reach your destination, put the vehicle in park, and open the door, it'll also automatically shut down. As the electric vehicle landscape continues to evolve, Cadillac is taking another step forward with the 2025 OPTIQ, a sleek and sophisticated electric SUV that builds on the success of its first EV, the Lyriq. The OPTIQ shares some fundamental similarities with the Chevrolet Equinox EV that I covered recently, but they're designed with different audiences and aspirations in mind. The OPTIQ feels far more special and less mainstream. It's the new entry point into Cadillac's EV portfolio. Competing head-to-head with premium electric rivals like the Tesla Model Y, Acura ZDX, Genesis GV70 Electric, Mercedes EQB, and the Audi Q4 e-tron, the OPTIQ promises to offer a refined balance of performance, luxury, and cutting-edge technology. With a design that merges Cadillac's signature elegance with futuristic features, the OPTIQ is more than just another electric SUV, it's an experience. The OPTIQ brings a fresh, sporty energy to the brand's EV lineup, offering a sleek and youthful vibe without sacrificing that signature Cadillac sophistication. The design is a perfect fusion of cutting-edge technology, an elegant form, and a fastback-inspired silhouette. You'll notice the wheels are pushed right to the corners, giving the OPTIQ a muscular stance that screams athleticism and performance. The exterior is packed with standout details, like the roof's expansive glasswork. The fixed glass roof creates a seamless transition from the transparent surface to the solid sheet metal below. The black crystal grille is another highlight, complete with Cadillac's vertical signature lighting. It has a subtle, laser-etched pattern that oozes a futuristic, high-tech vibe. Unique aerodynamic details include a vented rear spoiler, diffusers, and other sculptural elements that provide functional benefits and add to the overall design. The rear quarter panels also feature a Cadillac-first precision pattern in acoustic laminate glass. The graphic pattern is found throughout the OPTIQ and aligns with the Mondrian crest in a nod to classic Cadillac styling. And, of course, let's not forget the pop-out door handles. They add a whole new level of sleekness to the design, flush with the body when not in use but springing out to greet you as soon as you approach. It's those little touches that make the OPTIQ feel both high-tech and welcoming. Oh, and the lighting choreography. When you approach the car or lock it behind you, the key fob triggers a custom light show, making you feel like you're stepping into something special every time. The OPTIQ launches with standard dual-motor all-wheel drive, contributing to a fun and athletic drive experience. The 6-inch shorter wheelbase compared to the Lyriq results in more agile architecture. There are 4 trim levels for 2025. The Luxury 1 starts at $55,615, followed by the $57,815 Luxury 2. There's also 2 Sport trims. The Sport 1 has the same starting price as the Luxury 1, while the Sport 2 undercuts the Luxury 2 by $100. The biggest difference between the Luxury and Sport trims are cosmetic. The Sport has different wheels and blacked out chrome trim. The Luxury 2 and Sport 2 offer additional features over the Luxury 1 and Sport 1, some of which include slimline LED vertical headlamps, LED front cornering lamps, a head-up display, ventilated front seats, and heated rear outboard seats. This example is a Luxury 2 with the addition of the Onyx package, radiant red tint coat paint, and a black roof. The total MSRP, including destination, is $62,410. Each trim is offered with 6 colors to choose from, plus the option of the black roof. For those looking for serious performance, a V-Series will be joining the lineup for 2026, offering 519 horsepower, 650 pound-feet of torque, and a blistering 0 to 60 time of just 3.5 seconds. The OPTIQ comes standard with 20-inch wheels on both the Luxury and Sport. The Luxury wheels are pearl nickel painted alloys with aero inserts. The Sport wheels are dark android painted alloy wheels with a different spoke design and aero inserts. 21-inch wheels are also available. Like the standard wheels, the optional wheels are different between the Luxury and Sport, with the only similarity being that they don't have aero inserts. These wheels in particular are part of the Onyx package, which also includes the addition of puddle lamps, black wheel lug nuts, black wheel center caps, and Vader chrome mirror caps. With the larger wheels, you also get wider 275/40 Continental all-season tires for improved handling over the standard 245/55 tires. Despite the large size of the wheels, the ride quality is really good. It never felt jarring over rough roads, and I never noticed any excessive road noise. The OPTIQ is not offered with a spare tire. Instead, you have self-sealing tires, which include a permanently installed internal sealant layer that surrounds a puncture object or fills the hole after the object is ejected to help prevent air leakage and to maintain tire pressure. The braking system consists of 4-wheel internally ventilated FNC disc brakes, which offer improved corrosion resistance and greater longevity versus traditional disc construction. The discs span 12.6 inches in the front and 12.4 inches in the rear. They're clamped down by twin piston and single piston calipers respectively. The pedal feel is firm and inspires confidence. Overall braking performance is excellent, with stopping distances from 60 miles an hour estimated to be around 115 feet. The park and brake is electronic. It operates automatically depending on the situation, but can also be manually operated by a button on the left side of the dash. You can also use the selectable auto hold feature to automatically hold the vehicle in place if you're at a standstill, so you don't have to continually hold the brake pedal. It's supposed to help reduce fatigue like in heavy traffic. Standard regen braking converts the kinetic energy of the vehicle's forward momentum into electricity that's stored in the battery pack to help maximize the driving range. The level of regen braking can be controlled by the paddle on the left side of the steering wheel. There's even a one-pedal driving feature, which is pretty common on EVs. Activated via the center display, it allows you to slow the vehicle to a full stop using only the accelerator pedal. The OPTIQ's system is quite good. It doesn't replace the need for a brake pedal, but once you're used to it, you can perform most stops and slowdowns using one-pedal driving. You can even customize the behavior of the system in the center screen. High mode slows the vehicle with more force. Underpinning the OPTIQ is a fully independent suspension, consisting of McPherson struts in the front and a multi-link design in the rear, with front and rear stabilizer bars. The overall design offers a balance of smooth road manners and sporty driving characteristics. The suspension is taut and responsive, but it's also comfortable in daily use. That's perhaps one of the biggest pluses when it comes to an EV like this. It's far more dynamic feeling behind the wheel than many comparable gas-powered crossovers, simply due to physics, having the bulk of the vehicle's weight mounted low in the middle. The continuously variable electric power steering increases or decreases the amount of steering assist depending on the steering wheel angle and vehicle speed. Steering assist is greater during low-speed maneuvers such as parking. It is light on feel, but the weight can be dialed up in sport mode or my mode if you wanted to tailor a variety of things to your liking. The turning circle measures 37.5 feet with 21-inch wheels. A leather-wrapped steering wheel is standard, featuring manual adjustments for tilt and reach and quick access controls to many of the vehicle's features, including cruise control, hands-free phone and voice commands, audio, and more. One thing to note, the headlight controls, amongst many other features, are now found within the center display. The left stalk on the steering column operates the wipers, turn signals, and high beams. The available head-up display beams essential driver information onto the windshield to promote more eyes-forward driving. The settings for it are located within the center display and on the far left of the digital dashboard. Speaking of, the OPTIQ's 33-inch LED digital dashboard is a wonderful design in the fact that it combines the instrument cluster in the middle, a touchscreen infotainment system on the right, and a smaller touchscreen on the left that operates different features of the instrument cluster, such as changing display modes. To be honest, I've never been a big fan of the industry's growing screen trend. More screens are not always better. However, Cadillac's setup is one of the best I've used lately, as it's not only surprisingly user-friendly, but it's also a very pretty design that looks like it was designed to coalesce with the rest of the interior. It's highly customizable, from background styles to instrument cluster layouts and a plethora of infotainment features. GM's Ultium platform forms the foundation of the OPTIQ. It's an all-new body architecture that supports multiple EV range options and 3 available drive systems: front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, and rear-wheel drive. The unique large-format pouch-style cells can be stacked vertically or horizontally inside the battery pack. This allows engineers to optimize battery energy storage and layout for different EV applications, including crossovers, SUVs, and pickups. It's less about the vehicle platform itself, but more of a modular, scalable packaging strategy. The low and wide proportions of the Ultium platform and the structural positioning of the OPTIQ's 85 kWh battery pack contribute to a comparatively low center of gravity that enhances driving stability. The drive units are designed in-house and essentially combine a permanent magnet electric motor with a single-speed transmission to apply power to the wheels. Regardless of the drivetrain, placing the OPTIQ into gear is done with an electronic column shifter. To select drive, you pull the shifter back and down. Neutral is selected by pulling the shifter towards you for a moment. Reverse is selected by pulling back and up. Park is selected by pressing the button at the end of the shifter. It's pretty straightforward. With the standard dual-motor all-wheel drive system, the total output is 300 horsepower and 354 pound-feet of torque, which allows the OPTIQ to hit 60 miles an hour in just under 6 seconds. Compared to an all-wheel drive Chevrolet Equinox EV, the OPTIQ offers a bit more power. For the 2026 model year, a V-Series will also be offered. If you're wanting the most performance possible, it'll be the one to get, with enough power to rock it to 60 miles an hour in as little as 3.5 seconds. In reality, the standard setup is more than plenty. The quickness of the EV drivetrain leaves little to be desired. Throttle response is immediate and the torque really gets it moving. Plus, it's incredibly smooth. The rear motor mainly serves as a traction assist motor and only kicks in to assist the front motor when accelerating or when the front wheels start to slip. The 2 drive units are not physically connected like a conventional all-wheel drive system. They work in tandem with the vehicle's onboard software. When it comes to charging performance, the OPTIQ offers an onboard AC charging module for home charging and public charging. When using a wall box capable of 11.5 kilowatt, the charging rate is 33 miles per hour. With an upgraded 19.2 kilowatt wall box like GM's PowerShift unit, the charging rate is quickened to 55 miles per hour. Of course, the OPTIQ is also able to take advantage of high-speed DC public fast charging capability, which can recoup about 79 miles of range in as little as 10 minutes. The most affordable way to charge is by ordering the basic dual-level charge cord, which comes with both 120-volt and 240-volt plug attachments for level 1 or level 2 charging. The cord is able to charge at a max of 7.7 kilowatt when using the 240-volt plug, at which the charging rate is 24 miles per hour. Level 1 charging takes significantly longer to charge than level 2. For that reason, it shouldn't be used as your primary means of charging unless the vehicle is used sparingly. Of course, actual charging times will vary based on battery condition, output of the charger, vehicle settings, and outside temperature. The OPTIQ has an EPA miles per gallon equivalent rating of 111 city and 93 highway with a combined average of 103. Within the infotainment system, you can select between 4 different drive modes: Tour, Sport, Snow Ice, and My Mode. The modes modify accelerator, brake, and steering feel, as well as sound. Snow mode in particular helps prioritize traction on slippery surfaces. Like a lot of EVs nowadays, you have a synthetic sound playing in the background. The OPTIQ's sound is sort of like the whirring of a jet engine. It has 2 modes, Tour and Sport. Sport is a little louder than Tour. When properly equipped, the OPTIQ is able to tow up to 1,500 pounds. When in reverse, you can select a hitch guidance view that has a centered guideline to help you line up the hitch with your trailer. When driving, you can also check the trailer using the rear vision camera mirror. The OPTIQ's interior was designed to be high-tech, welcoming, and connected. It packages interior spaciousness and luxury into a comfortable suite that's visually exciting and futuristic feeling. Special decor and embellishments add to the OPTIQ's unique interpretation of Cadillac luxury, while the suite of in-vehicle technology features creates an intuitive experience. A focus on innovative materials and a new approach to material application and placement creates the most progressive Cadillac interior I've seen to date. It's properly nice and has tons of unique details, such as special knurling on various knobs, dials, and buttons. The interior is well insulated and there's excellent outward visibility. The standard upholstery is called Interlux. It's a leather substitute that's soft and supple, offering many of the same qualities as natural leather while likely being more durable. Depending on the trim, there's up to 4 interior color themes available. The standard options include Noir, as shown here, or Sky Cool Gray with Santorini blue accents. The seats have perforated inserts and nice detailing. For an additional $1,100, you can choose Autumn Canyon with embroidered embellishments or Phantom Blue with quilted embellishments for a higher-end look. A stark contrast to typical Cadillac materials, the OPTIQ's patterned accent fabric is woven from yarn made from 100% recycled materials, while the paper wood veneer is made up of equal parts of tulip wood and recycled newspaper. The front seats are soft and supportive. The massage feature is a really nice touch. Both front seats are heated and feature 8-way power adjustments with 4-way lumbar, memory presets, and active massage. The latter helps you stay comfortable and energized, especially during long drives. All of the seating adjustments and features can be found on the upper door panels. The headrests and seatbelts are manually adjustable. As I mentioned, the steering wheel also comes heated and is manually adjustable for tilt and reach. With the Luxury 2 and Sport 2, ventilated front seats are added along with heated outboard rear seats. When it comes to storage, the OPTIQ's floating center console allows for a very large open area underneath. There's 2 cup holders up top and a slim tray to set your phone at the leading edge of the console. Beneath the climate controls on the dash, there's a deep cubby and 2 USB-C outlets. Underneath the padded armrest, there's an additional cubby with a removable tray, 2 USB-C outlets, and a 12-volt power outlet. The glove box can only be opened electrically from the infotainment screen. The lower door panels have large pockets with bottle holders. The infotainment system is very similar to the one used in the Cadillac CT5 I drove recently, with some small differences, mainly pertaining to the EV-related stuff. At 33 inches diagonal, it's the largest display in its class, offering 9K resolution, capacitive touch, an excellent user interface, and practically no lag. It's easy to navigate and find stuff. One menu in particular lets you divide the display up to show a combination of audio, navigation, and trip information. There's also a plethora of EV-related stuff as you saw earlier. A dual-zone climate control system is standard. You can operate it from within the infotainment system's climate menu or by the bank of toggle switches in the center stack. The climate menu is where you'll find more in-depth controls, such as automatically turning on the heated and ventilated front seats, depending on how cold or hot it is outside. The toggles, which feel really nice, operate everything you'd typically mess with in typical day-to-day use. A customizable ambient lighting system is standard, offering different styles, lighting types, modes, and more. The lighting accents the upper and lower door panels, footwells, and center console area. On top of the console, there's a lighted rotary controller that can be used in place of the infotainment's touch interface to access all of the system's features. When you press the controller to make a selection, it glows brighter. Ahead of the controller are shortcut buttons for main features like audio, navigation, telephone, and more. There's even a jog wheel for adjusting audio volume. The infotainment system features Google built-in, which includes things like Google Maps, Google Assistant, and Google Play. Google Assistant is a natural voice recognition and assistant system that allows you to operate many in-vehicle features hands-free. It's as easy as saying, "Turn on my heated steering wheel." With Google Play, there's a vast library of apps that can be downloaded to the system and used just like you would on your smartphone. As with many GM EVs, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are not included. The OPTIQ's standard audio system is an immersive 19-speaker system from AKG that features Dolby Atmos sound technology. The speaker grills in the doors, roof, and rear panels are aluminum and feature cool designs. Standard media features include AM/FM radio, Sirius XM satellite radio, Bluetooth streaming, Google News, Spotify, Amazon Alexa, and USB connectivity. A Wi-Fi hotspot with 5G vehicle connectivity is also included. You can even view vehicle information including maintenance information, battery voltage, and fuel economy data with cool infographics. The OPTIQ includes a wide array of safety technologies as standard equipment. For starters, you have automatic emergency braking, forward collision alert, front pedestrian braking, rear park assist, blind zone steering assist, a safety alert driver seat, rear seat reminder, a following distance indicator, lane keep assist with lane departure warning, and automatic high beam assist. Standard Super Cruise allows for hands-free driving on compatible roads. While using the technology, an LED light bar at the top of the steering wheel indicates the status of the system, and will also prompt you if you need to take back control. Having used it on several GM vehicles now, I can honestly say the system works great. Bundled with it is enhanced automatic park assist, which can automatically steer, brake, and shift gears to park the vehicle into a dedicated parallel or perpendicular parking space. It can also help you pull out of a parking space. Also bundled is 3 years of digital services by OnStar. Additional standard safety technologies include adaptive cruise control, an HD surround vision camera system, a rear camera mirror, heated wiper park, enhanced automatic emergency braking, intersection automatic emergency braking, reverse automatic braking, rear pedestrian alert, and side bicyclist alert. You also have buckle to drive and teen driver systems. As I mentioned, a head-up display is included with the Luxury 2 and Sport 2. The airbag setup includes frontal airbags, seat-mounted side impact, and knee airbags for the driver and front passenger, not to mention head curtain airbags for the front and rear outboard seating positions. Cadillac did a great job with giving the Optic a rear seat that feels class above. It's a space that'll treat passengers to high-end design details and a pretty comfortable seat. Entry and exit is easy with the flat roof and wide door opening. The dimensions allowed by the Ultium platform, coupled with a flat floor, allow for an open and airy space that can sit up to 3 people. Even if someone is sitting in the middle spot, they won't feel too out of place. Considering that this is the smallest EV in Cadillac's portfolio, the rear seat is very accommodating, with plenty of headroom, legroom, and shoulder room to spread out and get comfortable. The panoramic glass sunroof does not intrude on headspace, and because it's fixed, there are no divider bars, so you get an uninterrupted skyward view. All of the premium materials used in the front carry on back here, including the leatherette and textile fabrics. I especially like the accent stitching that highlights the unique design of the wrapped front seat backs and the general ambient lighting. The rear seat is on the firmer side, but I found it to be quite comfortable. There's a surprising amount of upper body support, which almost give it a sporty feel. The backrest also has a natural rake to it. There's a fold-down armrest in the middle with 2 cup holders. The middle headrest retracts into the backrest for better rearward visibility when it's not in use. The only thing I didn't really care for was the design of the outer headrests. Rather than being a cushy resting place, the top extends forward and pokes into the back of your head, which was a little annoying at times. In the rear of the center console, there's 2 large adjustable air vents, a pair of USB-C power outlets, a 110-volt power outlet, and a small cubby. As I mentioned, heated rear outboard seats are standard on the Luxury 2 and Sport 2. Additional standard amenities include overhead LED lighting, grab handles, coat hooks on the B-pillars, seatback storage pockets, illuminated lower door pockets, fully automatic door windows, and child seat anchors. The Optic comes standard with an AutoSense power liftgate. It'll automatically open when the system senses the key fob at the rear of the vehicle. There's also a memory height function that allows you to program how high the gate opens. It's a super handy feature if you have an armful of packages. One neat detail is the rear Cadillac emblem, which doubles as a button to manually open the liftgate. When it comes to cargo, the Optic's dimensions make for generous cargo space for the class. The wheelbase spans 116 inches and overall length is 190 inches. Height and width come in at 65 and 84 inches respectively. The latter is with the side mirrors extended. Behind the rear seat, there's 26 cubic feet of cargo space. Underneath the cargo floor, there's additional storage for tucking away the charge cable or whatever else you want to purpose it for. There's a hook incorporated into the cargo floor panel so you can easily secure it in an open position, negating the need to keep it held up or remove it. Again, the Optic is not offered with a spare tire. On either side of the floor, there's deep pockets that can be used to store smaller items. You fold down the second row seats using the handles on the upper backrests. With everything folded, there's a maximum of 57 cubic feet of cargo space. Additional trunk amenities include LED lighting on either side and cargo hooks in the floor. A retractable cargo privacy cover is standard. Additional cargo accessories offered include an integrated cargo liner that extends up to the seat backs, a premium carpeted cargo mat, a cargo net, and a collapsible cargo area organizer. Well everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like down below because it really helps the videos a lot. And if you haven't subscribed already, consider doing that as well and make sure those notifications are on. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.